Hello y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kimberly, and I am a goddess from Africa. Look at my hairstyle, y'all. I got my hair done. What you thinking? I'm in a brand new state, and I came, I drove all the way here from Kentucky, and I'm gonna start over. I got my hair done so I can appeal to the people in the job, people who own the company. I got my hair done so I can appeal to them, so I can get me a job. Y'all, I got my hair done to get me a job in the state, right? I went yesterday to this hair shop. I went, the birds just landed on my car. Yeah, I heard that. These birds literally just landed on my car. But I looked up locticians near me, and I picked a loctician that had dreads. Locks. I picked a loctician that had locks in her hair, and it said it was $100 online. If you're a brand new customer, it's $100 to your hair. When I got there, my hair was washed by a lovely older woman. She took my hair to the sink and she washed it. And next thing I knew, the lady, she brought me to the chair of the other lady. I guess she owned the shop, and she's the one who's gonna do my hair. So I got in her chair, and she's doing my hair, and she's telling me, she's like, wow, you got a lot of naps in your hair. You got a lot of naps. She said me that I need to get a style because my hair absolutely need a style. I need a style so my hair can stay nice and sleek for as long as possible. She said my hair looks so bad that she's willing to do the style for free. She said if I wanted my hair to be like hers, she had long locks. If I wanted my hair to be like hers, I need to get a style and to smooth my edges out. From a black woman, y'all, a black woman. She said, because I hadn't done my hair in so long, she's gonna charge me an extra $35, y'all. She said my hair is gonna be $135, not the $100 that she would usually charge a brand new client. Regardless of what the hair looks like, it said $100 online for a brand new client. If you want to get a traditional retwist, it said $100 online, right? But mine was $135 because my roots were too thick. Y'all, my roots were too thick, so my hair is gonna cost $135, y'all. She told me this when she was halfway done with my hair. And I'm here because I have a job interview tomorrow, right? That's why I got my hair done, because I had a job interview, right? So I could have just walked out, but I had an interview, and I didn't want to have to do the research and looking for somebody else to do my hair. So I sent her $140 after it was done. I sent her the $140. I thanked her, and I tipped the lady who washed my hair. And I left, y'all. I left. And I said, this lady will never touch my hair again. She did a fantastic, phenomenal job. She is excellent. Look at y'all. Look at the work she did. Look at this shit. This shit is she did a fantastic job. But she would never touch my hair again. If I need a retwist, I need a style for an event, I'm gonna find somebody else. Anybody else. My naps are too hard to deal with. You own a black salon and you're telling me my naps are too hard to deal with. Y'all see my hair before. I wash my hair. I detangle it. I separate my dreads. I separate them. I wake up every morning and I separate them. I separate my hair. I was in and out of that chair within half an hour. If my hair was so hard to deal with, how the hell did you do this in half an hour? How did you retwist my hair in half an hour? Half an hour, y'all. Half an hour. How did you retwist my hair in half an hour? If my hair is so hard to deal with, right? So it triggered something in me, and I told her I was offended by her comment. I told her what she said offended me. She said I apologized. She apologized. And I said there's no reason why me as a black woman should sit in a black woman's chair, a natural loctician, a woman who specializes in black hair. There's no reason why I should sit in your chair and feel an ounce of guilt for the naps that grow out of my hair. And I heard her complaining about not having clients. And I said to myself, I see why you don't have clients. I see exactly why you don't have clients return to you. Because how are you going to tell me as a black woman that my naps are too hard to deal with? You're a loctician. I do hair. I do hair myself. And if I had a mirror, I would have done it myself. If I had an apartment, I would have done my hair myself. But I chose to go and spend my money with this woman. And she had the nerve to tell me that my naps were hard to deal with. And she wants to do my edges, lay them down. What edges? I don't even got no edges. Like, what edges do you want to do, lady? What edges? When I tell you my hair is very, very manageable, my hair is very, very manageable. My hair is wet. It's very, very easy to detangle. Very, very easy for you to separate it and put it together. But she sparked in me the lock versus dreadlock conversation. Right? When I was first learning about dreadlocks, yeah, I was born and raised in Jamaica, right? I was born and raised in Jamaica. I grew up around Rastafarian. I grew up around men with dreadlocks, and I never knew anything about dreadlocks. I never knew how they were formed. I didn't know anything about dreadlocks. And it took me going to Kentucky. It took me going to the widest state possible to learn about dreadlocks, to learn about my hair. It took me taking that wig off and seeing the expression on their face, the treatment that I was receiving. It took me experiencing that to realize the power in my hair. It took me going from wearing a straight blonde wig to taking it off to realizing my hair was bigger than I thought. To realize that these naps are bigger, more powerful than I could ever imagine. So I spent the last 2 years, y'all, watching every single video on YouTube about locks, about dreadlocks, reading countless articles, documents about dreadlocks, because I was so fascinated by it, y'all. I was so fascinated by dreadlocks. And I saw a lot of videos on people doing locks versus dreadlocks. I watched all of them. Locks versus dreadlocks. And then I came across this gentleman. Channel is called Prophet something. I'll link it down in the description. It took me like probably like a year to find his channel, y'all. That's how buried it was in the system. But I watched his video and it all made so much sense. Everything made sense. I was like, oh, okay. But what I'm getting into is the lock versus dreadlocks, y'all. Locks is like saying you're a Black American, and dreadlocks is like saying you're African. You still with me? Right? What's the difference between a Black American and an African? What's the difference between a lock and a dreadlocker? You might know this infamous singer. Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta. He said he was a buffalo soldier, brought to America, stolen from Africa, brought to America, stolen from Africa, to win the war for America. He said he was a buffalo soldier, singing, why, 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 buffalo soldier. Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta, and said he was a buffalo soldier. Yo, this shit goes deep, man. This shit goes deep. Stolen from Africa, brought to America, fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. How many people here fighting for survival? Still. How many of us got here prettying ourselves up to go to a job interview, going to work every day, getting enough money to pay your bills, buy food, and got nothing left over? How many of us are still fighting for survival? How many of us? Fighting for survival. Prettying up myself to go to a job interview so I can get money to pay my car note, my car insurance, and buy food. How many of us are still fighting for survival? Stolen from the motherland, brought to the heart of the Caribbean. They said he was a buffalo soldier. Bob Marley music, if you listen to those music, you read those lyrics, learn about your history. It said, if you know your history, then you wouldn't have to ask me, who the hell do I think I am? One more time. And if you know your history, then you wouldn't have to ask me, who the hell do I think I am? I said he was a buffalo soldier. You know the term locs, right? Locs is what they want to say, Black Americans, right? So locs, right? Same way they have the light skin versus dark skin, locks versus dreadlocks. Y'all listening with me still? All right. I'm gonna make this as simple as I can. People say, you know, I was doing Lyft one day, and I had this loctician came in my car, and she asked me, how long you had your locks? And I said I had my locks for a few months at that point, right? Doing Lyft, right? And I was like, I love my dreadlocks. My dreadlocks are so beautiful. And she said, don't say that about your hair. Don't call it dreadlocks. She said, don't call your hair dreadlocks. They're locks. Locks are beautiful. Locks are manicured. Locks are pretty. Locks are good to look at. Locks are beautiful. Don't ever call your hair dreadlocks. Don't do that. This was at the end of her ride, right? I was about to drop her off. And I said, thank you. My dreadlocks are beautiful. Thank you. Right? I'm an African woman. I'm a black woman. Right? And I know. Stolen from the motherland. Stolen from the motherland. Brought to the heart of the Caribbean. Said he was a buffalo soldier. Y'all with me? All right. So, a lot of people don't understand that the word, if you look up the word dread in the Google, the word dread, let's break it down, right? Dreadlocks. The word dread in Google, it means, what does the word dread mean? It means fearful, right? You should be afraid, right? That's what the word dreadful means. Dreadful means to be afraid, to dread something, to be scared. That's what the word dread mean, right? To be a buffalo soldier. Win the war for America. To be a buffalo soldier, you had to be dreadful. You had to be somebody who was willing to fight by all means necessary. You're willing to fight and defend what's yours, right? That's what the word mean, right? Dread. You better be afraid when you see me. You better be afraid when you see me. Dread. Right? That's what the word means. Dread. To be fearful. Don't come over here. You better be afraid to come over here. Because I am dreadful. Yes. Right? So the word dread. Right? The word dread never meant hair. Yeah, hear me? Did you hear that? The word dread was never talking about hair. It was always locks. It was always locks. Right? The people who had locks, the men who had locks that didn't look this pretty, that weren't manicured. You couldn't see their roots. The men who had locks were dreadful. You hear me? Those men were dreadful. This is my house. This is my land. This is my property. This is my wife. This is my daughter. This is my sister. Right? This is mine. This is mine. This is my land. And you better not come here and touch what's mine. I will fight and I will defend my wife, my kids, my property. I will defend them by all means necessary. These are my people, right? And they had locks. These men were rebellious. These men stood up for what's theirs. These men had backbones. These men had a backbone. I know that's hard for a lot of people to understand. These men had backbone. These men stood up for what's theirs. you know. So when I hear people walking around here talking about, I got locks, I got locks, I don't got no dreadlocks, it just triggers something inside of me, you know. And me going to the hair salon to get my hair done, and her telling me about my naps, telling me that she couldn't go 1 week without getting a retwist because she doesn't want to see the naps that are growing out of her damn scalp. A black woman. I was like, you have no reason being a loctician. You have no reason touching black hair. Your license should be revoked. You should never touch another black woman hair again. But it's cute, y'all. It's cute. And I sent her $140. According to her, my style was free. It was supposed to be 100, but she said it was 135, and I sent her 140 because my naps were too hard to deal with. So when you hear people talk about locks versus dreadlocks, they're saying Black Americans versus Africa versus Africans. Black Americans versus Africans. Locks versus dreadlocks. So yeah, a lot of y'all, you know, I know it's a style. I know locks is a style. And it's pretty. But, you know, it's fun to wear. You know, as a woman, it's okay to style your hair. It's absolutely okay to style your hair. And I personally love seeing, like, that's why I love J. Cole. J. Cole will forever be one of my favorite rappers ever. Because he understands. J. Cole gets it. A lot of y'all won't get it. And that's okay. It's absolutely okay. This video is not for everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about locks versus dreadlocks. Understanding that the word dread meant you understood. You understand who you are, where you came from. You understand it. You know, so yeah, y'all. Locks versus dreadlocks. Black Americans versus Africans. I know. I'm still learning. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Ghana. I know. I want to go see the land of no return. I want to explore. I want to learn so much more history because I got so much more to learn, and I cannot wait to learn more about myself, about my history, about my family, about the world. Like, I can't wait to learn more, y'all. And as I learn more, you know, I hope I'm able to share with y'all what I've learned. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all I gotta say for this video. Yeah, it's just, you know, she definitely sparked, you know, me understanding. She sparked something inside of me. It's just like, yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about, lady. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You sitting here calling yourself a loctician for black women, and yet you got no knowledge of your history. You have no idea who you are. But yeah, y'all, that's it for the video. Share in the comments if you know somebody who teaches black history, know a book about black history. I would love to learn some more, watch some more videos. But yeah, y'all, I hope one day I can get to a place where I'm surrounded by nothing but blackness, nothing but love. And I don't mean that in a, I don't want to be around, you know, white folks. I don't mean like that. You know, I was born and raised in Jamaica. I don't have a one racist bone in my body. Like, the person who paid for my hair is Tommy. Tommy's a white boy. And he's literally one of my favorite human beings to ever exist. He is such a sweet, kind man. You know, and being in Kentucky, you know, when I got fired from that job, when I ran into one of the most hateful white men ever in Kentucky, I had my locks. And when I ran into one of the most loving, kind, generous white men ever, I had my locks. So I know that it's not just I'm white and you're black. It's beyond that, y'all. It's literally a mentality. It's literally a mentality. It's literally a way of being. White, black, yellow, green, purple. It don't matter. It's literally a mentality. It's a way of thinking. It ain't got nothing to do with no skin color. It does not. It's a way of being, y'all. Understanding the culture, respecting the culture, respecting the differences, and not being separated by these terms people have created. You know, I love my locks. I love my locks. And they've created these categories. What do they call it? They have like freeform, semi-freeform, traditional, well manicured. You know, all these names that they put it into. And all of it is welcome, y'all. All of it is welcome. It's all beautiful. You know, as long as you wash your hair, you take out the lint, you keep it clean, that's it. You know, and I love seeing locks. I think locks are so beautiful. But man, it's just like, I hear people talk about things and they have no knowledge about it. Like, just shut up. Just literally just shut up. And it's okay. It's okay to learn as you go. It's okay to think something one day and then the next day you learn about it and you adapt. It's okay to learn and evolve. It's absolutely okay, y'all. I'm learning. Like, I'm still learning. I told you, I'm forever learning. I'm forever a student. I'm forever learning. You know, but you're going to speak to me with love. And you're going to speak to me with kindness. Otherwise, you're not welcomed in my world. My little sister said this. She said it's your world. And you don't have to let anyone in it if you don't want to. You're in a world, that peace of mind you've created for yourself. It's your world, y'all. It's your world. Everyone has their own world. And whether you allow people's comments, people's behavior, whether you allow it to come in, and how long you allow it to come in, it's up to you. You know, you can always rechannel that energy. Whenever you're angry or you're upset, you can always rechannel that energy. You know, when I go on TV and I see, you know, all these black men, these powerful black king, when I see them on TV in their dreadlocks and they're committing all these crimes, murdering people, robbing, stealing. When I see them doing this, I'm just like, if you knew how powerful you were as a black man, if you knew you were the most physically, most strongest human being to ever exist as a black man, why do you think you dominate every single thing that you touch? Sports, music. You're literally the most powerful, physically the most powerful being to ever exist as a black man. As a human, the most powerful human. You know, where do you think they go and they learn how to teach other races to become better? Back to the motherland. Half the shit we know here in America is they go to Africa and they learn, they study these people, and they take all that knowledge and bring it back to America, bring it back to other countries, and they reteach it. But this is not a secret. Everyone knows half the shit that exists has been stolen from Africa. Stolen from Africa, brought to America, fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. They said he was a buffalo soldier. If these people on TV committing all these crimes with their locks, if they knew where to direct that energy, if they knew where to put that energy in, man. Ain't no telling what we could do, y'all. If we had a community support, ain't no telling what we could do, y'all. Ain't no telling what we could do. But yeah, y'all, that was my rant for the day. I just, you know, all I gotta do is, like, I'm sending you love. Whoever you are watching this, black, white, yellow, gray, purple, pink, whatever race and color you are, I'm sending you love. You know, and I hope you learn, you know, something from this video. I hope you go and do your research, learn more about yourself, your culture, where you're from. And that's all I want to do, y'all. That's all I want to do is just spread what I learn and learn and learn and learn and grow, y'all. All right, y'all. That's it for now. Bye. I love you. You're a king. You're a goddess. And don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. Bye.